Hey folks, and welcome back to part 2 of our quest up the Mythic Plus rankings with our team of some of the lower tiered specs for Mythic Plus. That being Arcane Mage, Marksmanship Hunter, Feral Druid, Holy Priest, and Protection Paladin. Let's get started. So last time we completed our first Mythic Plus, 3 chesting, a +3, to gain a +6. The key in question now is a Templar Sethralis, one of our strongest dungeons for our group at least, on our mains. We also have Bolstering, it's a relatively easy affix to start off with. The one issue with Temple is a lack of Awakened. Now, without Awakened and a Rogue, or Invisibility Potions, you're pretty much forced to go over mob count, something that in my opinion is not the best dungeon design, and really help contribute to Rogue dominance before Awakened. Well, we don't have a Rogue, and we don't have Awakened, so let's just see how it goes.
I kind of want to get the stealth mob before we engage the boss.
I can flare.
Please do.
Bootlegger, Demon Hunter.
Where is it?
That's over the other side of the room.
Yeah, it's probably on the other side of the room. And normally I would want to pull it into the boss, but bolstering the boss? Nah.
Please don't do that.
Oh, flare's back in a couple seconds.
Oh,
There
no,
it is.
here we go.
Hey guys, I found it.
Oh, by the way, just because we're playing different characters does not mean you have an excuse to not dodge Cyclone Strike, in case anyone was wondering. Carry.
Speaking of carry, did you actually want to use heroism?
Yes, I did.
I
Carry,
forgot.
like, I'm not used to this.
I forgot I'm the heroism.
Swap. Good job, carry. We almost did this as well as we do on our mains, except on our mains we normally get hero on the pull.
But
Basically,
rogue killers
I
usually
basically
are.
want to skip this pack, by the way, so
And the pack afterwards, I assume as well.
let's go.
No potions.
This seems like a tough one for Linen to actually get past, based on my knowledge of stealth.
Is it nice to have camo, Neri?
Kinda.
Oh wait,
It's
I
a
forgot
little bit
Linen
like being
stealth
a
is
boot-
actually
like
very
being a
good.
demon hunter.
Yeah, it's actually feral stealth. We are pulling this patrol, by the way. Mostly because we can't
Have to.
skip it physically. By which I mean my potion ran out. It's
See,
almost
this is
the
why
same
it's almost as if ults are not actually the character. It's almost like your main isn't the character you play the most. It's the character you play the most at the start.
Yeah. You know, that's what alts are for.
I think you guys are alt-splaining me.
Oh, see, heroism's going to be back. It'll be fine.
You mean in 5 minutes?
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Don't tell me you actually forgot that hero has a 10-minute cooldown.
No, I sort of cool down on my action bars.
Incredible.
Our raid leader, everyone.
Yeah, I was about to say, raid leader of Sanctuary of Dreams, by the way.
I don't know how long has passed. I don't look at debuffs. I'm not a healer.
Don't look at it, Carrie.
But I do know how boss mechanics work, right?
I fucked up.
What a
I'm
shocker.
sad. No, I can't cancel this out. Oh,
I can.
the gall. I have to be stunned. That's the worst part of this yet.
Can't get myself out of stuns. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what an interesting choice would be? But a very good interesting choice. Spell stealing those charges. Probably would help if I actually use my Avenger's Shield on the things casting all the time. Good tanking, by the way.
I hate enjoy the marksman AoE rotation. There's no reason to enjoy it.
Oh, I can finally skip this stupid
luck.
stuff.
Oh, so this is how this works.
Chag playing this for the first time this expansion.
Yeah.
It is the biggest enemy number. 2.
All right. Sorry, Neri.
I guess I have that in common with Arcane Mage. Although at least Arcane does sun cleave, I'll do 0 cleave, which is a new experience for me.
It's okay, we'll make it 4.
Yeah.
I'm in combat with something even when it's...
That's
Yeah, me too. I was already on like 15 stacks.
Yeah, I was moving to insert those stacks, and then I saw Carcia drop his stacks. Like
I
Carcia
was
doing.
moving, I didn't realise I was an arcane mage. I say, the Holy Priest ever run out of mana? Because like I could be spamming Flash Heal and like I just don't drop.
I was not in that for the record.
Well, let's find out on the last boss, because if you're going to run out of mana anywhere,
Yeah,
it's going to be the last boss.
Oh, I can bless your freedom this.
What? Oh my god.
Paladin's
overpowered.
And I can actually see this bit now!
Now, this is another section of this dungeon where Shag is going to be like, what?
What? This bit has mechanics?
I also learned that you can use the Void Elf teleport while you're holding the orb. So that's nice.
That's pretty neat. I mean, I tried to go on my horse and give myself freedom, and none of them worked.
I noticed everything you tried.
I was like, yeah.
Maybe Void really is.
I was about to say, since when does Hexer do so much damage? And then I realized, oh wait, I have 2 stacks of heart attack. Might have something to do with it.
Yeah, and I wasn't healing you.
Oh yeah, that's
you know.
that's relatable since Carrie is normally my healer.
Well, you don't need much healing at the moment. Like you need.
But like, it's not like, oh no, I need to spam flash heals. It's like, oh yeah, guess I'll give you a renew and a player of
What's the 2 chest timer?
7 minutes, which I think is pretty doable.
I think so.
Unless
Well-
Carcia wants to spend 5 minutes in this in the healing phase.
I'm just gonna keep renewal on it and see what happens.
No, come on.
Just don't put Scenario and Ward on, you'll be fine.
Haha.
I think I'll manage. No, to be fair, there's a good chance I'm going to autopilot and put Prayer of Mending.
Try amending on.
Yeah, I was about to say prayer of mending is a thing.
See, at least on my Druid, when I've done this on my Druid, it's just a case of hots rolling.
I'm going to struggle to hit the
So much.
frogs. I just know it. Oh, but we actually have 2 people who can remove the frog debuff. It's a disease, I
That's
think.
true. Yeah, it is. Bug.
Before that old touch of death.
Yeah, Old Touch of Death was fun.
Wow, this is what this phase is like.
Kind of helped that, you know, we had a Feral Druid and a Protection Paladin also healing. I'm popping cooldown.
Why are you taking so much damage?
Because of the Heart Guardian. I've got 3 stacks.
Ah,
It's also this phase.
I had to use a cool.
Oh no.
Just the one.
There's a reason why I normally like to use heroism during this phase.
Good thing it's coming up again in 2 seconds.
Yep, just in time for the
Just in time for the healing part. Yeah, exactly.
Funny that.
Wait, Carrie, you're not recording this and putting it on YouTube, are you? Because otherwise, you're getting demonetized.
no, I'm taking just clips. I'm not going to put all of our various old Mythic Plus runs on. Next up is Junkyard 8. Junkyard is usually regarded as a good dungeon, namely thanks to shot bots, buffs that you can pick up that will increase your damage. These scale as the dungeon goes up in difficulty, making Junkyard one of the easiest dungeons on super high keys. We, however, are not at a super high key. Instead, we have no Awakened, and instead we have Grievous to deal with, as well as something else that we were not quite ready for.
Wait, where's the hard mode this week?
I swear it switches when you put the key.
Also, my friend thinks that Dutch is E.
I mean, I have no opinion on that because I can't say that word you keep trying to make me say.
Yeah, it is over.
Agelslag. Yeah.
And
this is-
slug and.
We'll still just go for the bots that we normally go for.
You're
Sure,
not allowed
actually.
to complain about me not spell stealing, Geron.
Why not?
You got interrupted.
Oh yeah, by my Avenger shield.
Oh, no, no, I was getting it.
There's also a welding bot behind us, should you wish to weld.
I do wish to weld. Now we'll take it.
Better dispel Ninan. Quick. That is another nice thing with our composition, is that Grievous with that debuff is not an instant death.
Yeah.
Because when I'm healing, it is instant death. Well, not instant death, but it is guaranteed death.
Just take control since it's right here. Also, friends, I hope you're looking forward to pulling the pack in front of the last boss room.
That's a Karsia problem.
That's such a fucking move. And yeah, it is a me issue. I regret everything.
It feels like the moment we've gone past this, everything's now a class hero problem.
This is what carry feels like all the time.
I think
Man.
I think Priest is probably better at Grievous because they can actually put out instant heals.
Yeah, it's like you can get someone with stuff like Holy Word Serenity.
Oh yeah, like, compared to my druid, this is fine at
We're
the moment.
not doing Gunker.
Does this mean we're
Whereas all my
approaching
dru-
this place from a different direction?
Where's the pillar?
I guess we may as well approach it in this direction, actually. Considering we don't have Awaken. Like, I'm so thrown off by not having Awaken. Like, I knew it was coming.
Remember, you can walk through the fence here to avoid the packs on the left.
Want to move them a bit? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to avoid.
Hard no time.
You know, you should say that before you.
I mean, I thought it was clear, but okay.
Oh, there's some perk.
That's the difference of coming in from the opposite direction, I guess, is that we don't normally have that issue. Quite sure the best way of actually getting back there.
It's a no man's land without Awakened.
I suppose there's only way of pulling the weaponized crawler first, is there?
I mean, there is, but
Oh yeah.
like you can literally. Oh
What?
no, never mind. Avenger Shield just bounced.
Okay,
anyway.
okay, let's just.
It's
Oh.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just take. Just try and focus on the blasters. I'm bubbling.
It's just about a turtle.
That's interesting. You can target me.
At least we killed something, so.
So, I wasn't actually in the room when you pulled.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying that was the reason, but it meant that I didn't have renew up. So when Grievous started, I was just behind from the start.
Yeah. blasters. I wouldn't hate them so much if they were easier to move. I'm fine for a bit, I've got wings.
Sorry.
Not really your fault.
Reaver was just
Can you get me up? Thank you. I mean, it's also like, it's a double blaster pack. This is always going to be the most difficult pack into place. So, speaking of tryharding, I'm swapping targets to Trixie for Avenger Shield and then immediately swapping back to Nano.
nice.
If that doesn't count as tryharding, I don't know what does.
These really hurts. Like, comparatively, it's like, oh, the only damage is Tay's going out, and then the dot just being a dick. Getting a whole new perspective on everything now.
This is the worst area as well. Oh, hello.
XD.
Okay! Jesus Christ! That's fucking dumb. Oh, Lord in heaven.
I'm a coming. I'm a coming. Very slowly.
Sliding into my DMs, like.
So I
Cameron,
take it
you
we're
do know
going
what
for
work
King
means.
Govermac next. Based on the fact that we're over here now.
Yeah, I think we may as well. And it totally has nothing to do with the fact that I forgot that Gunker wasn't dead yet.
I'm glad. That would have been silly.
And we don't need to
Oh,
actually pull
wait,
that.
fuck. Yeah, no, I just realized. Oh, wait, no, it's not awakened, so we should actually probably take a back route. Stack again.
Oh, I'm casting Divine Hymn. I can't wait for it to not be Grievous anymore.
First Grievous of the character, and he's already done.
Highlight of this run, me chasing after bloody Chag with his 4 stacks of Grievous. He's in back here and be healed, you prick.
How are you liking the Hand of Protection, Carcia, on Grievous?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
It's something I wish I had on my warrior, to be honest. Like, oh yeah, just completely delete Grievous from one person.
Shame I was using a Vitality Conduit when you used it, so it was kind of good.
I think
Sorry.
we probably all have something that we wish that we had in our group on our main one, apart from the Arcane Mage, obviously, because we already do have it. But other than the Arcane Mage, I'm sure each class has got something that is...
Honestly, the main thing I wish I had on my warrior, like, Hand of Protection's great, but the thing I wish I had even more is Ring of Peace.
I mean, everyone would want something, but I would want a one-shot button. I guess and everything dies in one go.
Yes, but no
But
class
it's
has
not
got
the
that.
same thing as like liking one ability on your main class.
I know, but you can see it's a bit of a slippery slope.
Not really.
Not really. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, kind of like this ability in this class that my main class doesn't have.
Like, I wish I had a defensive code that was just a straight up heal. It's very convenient.
True. Mages do not need a heal though.
I know, but it would be nice because it's for different situations than an ice block is.
I am finding that I use the Arcane Barrier fair bit this run.
Honestly, it's a good reflex to have to just be like, oh fuck, big damage, just shield up.
Well, I think that
Yeah, all
comes
the
from
time,
being a
like-
healer.
No, I do it too, but I'm not a healer. I just respect my healer, and I'm like, alright, how about I don't take massive amounts of damage right now?
That's what I try. And I'm a tank.
Really? Stole my feather, you prick.
Who, me? Sorry. To be fair, there is a certain charm to just being called a prick every time you minorly inconvenience your healer. Like you just can't do that as a DPS. You can't yell at people for being a prick as a DPS, or you can. It's less justified, right? As a
You do it.
healer.
Prick.
I must admit, it took me so long to realise that I need to not use blink around these mobs until they actually do it. The first time we fought that mob, both times blink was already on cooldown. I thought, why did I blink?
You fool.
Exactly.
Druid player having to think about his mobility for the first time, 2020 Colorado.
Even so, it's also a mage. Like, one of the better ones for mobility.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that just say a lot about druids? Like, that as a mage, he has to think about his mobility all of a sudden.
All you have to do is plan and blink. We'll play Shimmer and then just only have to plan
Well,
half blink.
I mean, you can obviously get out, but bearing in mind, when we're fighting the toxic monstrosities, normally I don't need to heal because there isn't much damage from them, which means I can be in
Really?
cat form, which means passive 30% extra movement speed.
Straight up, don't understand where you're coming from right now.
There is not that much damage coming out from these toxic monstrosities.
Well,
I
maybe
just-
in your land, druids and stuff.
Her mobile class.
Wait, what? What do you say?
I don't see how you can say druids is a mobile.
Well, you're just used to luxury.
That's the only reason Shag was like, I'll go feral druid. Why? She's got enough mobility that I'm happy. So at least feel like I'm a demon hunter that's lost a few abilities.
Just saying, if this wasn't Grievous, it would have been fucking capable.
Yeah, but alas,
Amateur healer here.
amateur tank here. So
Fuck you.
To be honest, I also think that big issue was the fact that it was over, that we didn't have our normal, like, the hard mode was over Gunker.
yeah, didn't help. On top of awakened or not having awakened,
Yeah.
really, really threw me off.
I am goop. I am goop. Bad things are happening. Thank you. Do you like the pound in my voice?
Okay, I'll tell you one thing that's really annoying about playing prop paladin in this fight: having to move all the time, and consecration does not move with you.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to bubble when my guardian's over.
Good idea. Because I have lost control of the situation. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fucking slow. Oh, that was like. How do you do this without being a gnome?
You play
How do you
properly.
being a gnome even? Hey, artist, just so fucking good.
Just start
Okay, go.
drinking, then I'll.
I sure, yeah, but you know it. Oh no, I'm taking it outside. Bollocks. Oh well,
Ah, you've got enough mana, probably.
I got some.
This fight must lend itself relatively okay to Arcane, I guess, now.
Oh yeah.
Since you get a nice break to recover mana.
Also, for the record, for the video, don't do it now, but you can totally pop Arcane Power at the beginning
Oh,
for
okay.
this mob. Like, it's gonna come back. Also, yeah, one of the Arcane Mastery things to learn is to know, like, oh, there's a break in the fight coming up. I can just burn all my mana anyway, because it's gonna regen back.
Yeah. Wow, I think my blink just
Yeah, Blink is useless here. Don't even try. Just learn
Oh,
how to do it the
I know.
proper way.
I I got to the next area, but I was too slow at moving up.
I wish everyone would take this damage.
I mean, tell that to Grievous.
That's well, my. Is that right? I can't remember. There's red damage going on.
Fuck. Just want to
Just
heal
stay
my
down,
friend.
just stay down. It's almost there.
No, an ice block.
That gave me you. Paladin mobility, man. To be fair, I'd use both of my steeds up there to get it done faster, so it's partially my own fault. But look at how quickly it's going down.
Pretty good.
I didn't enjoy half of that.
It's not done yet.
I know. It's just Grievous.
Yeah.
What was it?
I was considering speccing into Hand of the Protector instead. To be able to help a bit more with off healing, but I think the bubble is just too important.
Well, I'm already learning that I need to rearrange some of my abilities on the action bar based on how much I'm using some of them and not using others. Like, Spell Steal needs to be a lot closer to hand.
You're very lucky that you didn't pull that patrol a second earlier.
Yeah.
Ah! Top 10 disengaged betrayals. I mean, I should have seen this coming, but I jumped backwards, but it didn't account for our friend the Z-axis, and it just popped back like half a foot. Like, alright, found a wall.
Oh well.
I think if we hadn't had the 2 wipes on the trash in the gnome room,
Yeah, we
may
probably
well
would have been fine.
probably would have done it, yeah. And bearing in mind, we really only had these, well, not so all the wipes, but there was obviously the issue of just not being able to go for Gunker first, which we are so used to. We've never done it without Gunker first.
We have a few times, but then we also had Awake. I think it's a combination that mainly did it. What did the key turn into?
So, our first failure, and it's important to look back at what went wrong. Is it the specs? I don't think so. At this stage, our inexperience is a far bigger drawback than the specs themselves. Since shockbots disappear on death, it's even more important to keep players alive, so deaths and wipes in Junkyard are far more brutal than other keys. Grievous is great at causing deaths on top of that. Then there is the route. Despite our many runs of the place, we've not actually run it much without Awakened. Lastly, we have one other issue with Junkyard, and that occurs about a third of the time. Hard mode. For some reason, the hard mode edition over a random boss is active on Mythic Plus, and since we've always run for Gunker first, it's better for shockbots that way, our inability this time completely caught us off guard. That was it for this week, which meant a reset. Now, my main methods for gearing have been Visions and Conquest, so new wheat is great. Which is more than can be said for my Mythic Plus cache, which contained a terrible trinket, surpassed by 2 PvP trinkets 35 item levels lower. Alas, this week we were unable to do any more dungeons, with a team member unavailable. Not that that means we can't improve our power, as through more Visions, Conquest and other activities, Grenora, my arcane mage, loads up all the 4 essences she'll need, and gets her cloak closer to its strongest form, as well as a nice complete suit of 445 or higher gear. It turns out, for solo play, Conquest really is great. With a mix of faction assaults and looting the Nashitar war supply on a daily basis, you can get some alright gear. Next time, we'll check back in with our rankings after some more dungeons. Until then, thanks for watching.